What's going on, guys? 5869 casting here with another episode of From Lane to Lane featuring a couple European players. Most notably is going to be Weehaw on the Wind Ranger. Melancholy, he's going to be Empire Yoki. I believe he's on Empire still. Cancel Dota. This guy's pretty famous. We've seen him in FPL, around a couple amateur European teams as well. So pretty solid player. As well as Massacre. He's a fairly common European player up around those higher MMR games. So going to keep an eye on him. And those are probably the most notable players this game, but it should be a good game altogether. Very high MMR. Some nice heroes. A few picks we don't see all too often. We're going to have a support or an offlane Pudge, whoever gets the farm there. We've got a Slardar Spirit Breaker and a Darkseer as well. Even a Slark in this game, which we don't see all too often. Aside from that, going to be fairly, similar heroes that we do see. Weehaw going to be taking up that Wind Ranger. One of his better heroes, I would say, is they will get top rune. Boots Slardar looks like he wants to get a little bit aggressive on the Ember Spirit. Doesn't have Crush or anything. We'll see if he probably could have scaled Crush, just thrown it out, and gotten a couple of right clicks on the cancel. Maybe just saving the sprint in case somebody else was there. But everybody else was top. Looks like we'll look to pull the creep wave here, as he definitely will aggro those creeps standing there and just bring it back to his tower. Make it a little bit harder for this solo lane cancel to CS here as Weehaw and Irvine. Going to be going up against Melancholy here, who does get that salve ferried out after getting 2 tangos. And looks like there's the charge in Irvine. Melancholy going to start things off with the refractions. And look at that damage. 1 right click, 2 right click, maybe a 3rd. 4th would have been enough to secure the kill. No Orb of Venom, unfortunately, on a Madden. And they won't be able to get that kill. A nice deny on the range creep at the very least. And Weehaw as well as Irvine looks like, it's actually just going to suicide over here to the neutral creeps, and he did buy TP, so probably just going to return, I imagine, to the bot lane, help out cancel a little bit. Doesn't need to worry too much about Weehaw. The range is pretty good for chewing through those refractions. It looks like Krypton trying to cut the creep wave a little bit here, and is able to do so, as Irvine will TP in. Top lane, meanwhile, Slark getting quite low. Massacre, as well as the Pudge. Looks like they wanted to go on that one. No level 2 just yet, so no hook to secure that kill. Did have the leap, though, so was fairly safe in that one. And we'll have to see how this game's going to go. If this Slark can snowball, he's going to have a lot of good targets to chew through. The AA, as well as the Pudge, most notably. Even the Ember Spirit, going to be really easy to just kind of eat through low base armor heroes that you could just right-click, steal their stats, and depending on how he builds this. I mean, Ember Spirit, sure, he can easily jaunt out to an illusion, but it's just annoying. There's the Crush, Cancel in a little bit of trouble, has to be careful, does have the Searing Chains, will use it. And now Zayak, there's the sprint, he's got to be careful though, the right click's doing so much damage, there it is. The one last, no, who's going to get it? It looks like Will. Irvine's going to get first blood, not before they're able to kill the Ember Spirit though. And it'll be a 1-for-1 trade. They at least do get first blood, and Irvine doing the right thing, buying the Ember Spirit to TP, so you can just jump right back into the lane. Darkseer going to be able to finish up a Soul Ring, though, and that's going to mean that's going to be really difficult for him, or for the Ember Spirit, I should say, to lane, now that we've got essentially infinite on the Ion Shells here. He's actually going to give the first one. That's that charge top lane. He's going to give the first one over there to the Slardar. There's the charge. Just going to hit I Love OK, and he's got to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have Dark Pack, though. He's got to watch the hook damage. There it is. He's going to just leap away. We do have the shards as well as the snowball in. There's the snowball holding him down. Shards to follow up. Easy kill. Maybe they could even use the shards to keep somebody alive, although he doesn't have the mana just yet. Only 100. And is he going to be able to get the Raw Suicide? Is he even going to need it? One more right click. He's still alive. Salve up. Going to maybe turn this one around. Massacre. Another 5 mana before he can get that shards up. I don't think they'll look to turn around for the kill, although they do have the clarity under the Pudge as well. Snowball's still up. 2 points into the shards now. So 105 mana, and he will have it up. Meanwhile, Zayak looking for the courier snipe. And it's 3 minutes in, though, so he won't be able to get it. It's just going to turn around now. Does give up quite a bit here. Krypton in a little bit of trouble. Looks like they won't be able to secure the kill. As mid lane now, the Pudge is looking to rotate with the smoke. Melancholy, got to be careful here. There's the pings out, trying to force him near somewhere. There's the hook, will latch, as well as the refraction is going to be burnt by Rot here, I imagine. A little bit afraid to Rot, though. Won't use it just yet. Instead, the power shot from Weehaw is going to be enough to get the kill. Will Rot Suicide to prevent Zayak from getting anything from that one, and a nice play from him. Weehaw just going to continue to CS here. 12 for 3 up against the 18 for 6. So TA still doing a pretty good job here. Courier is going to Bottle Crow out here, although it looks like Pudge going to TP mid. Actually going to be the pseudo Bottle Crow, as he will refill that, give him a couple bottle charges, and just give it right back. Hook. Unfortunately, he walked in front of that one. Weehaw going to be, maybe a little bit confused about what happened there. I don't think he was going to get him anyways, but Looks like the Pudge will just start rotating towards the top rune. It looks like the Spirit Breaker will try to stack, give a little bit towards the TA, while bot lane, it looks like Cancel maybe in a little bit of trouble. We've got double Ion Shell up, and now Zayak getting quite low. Does have a Mango here if he wants to maybe do a turnaround here. 2 wand charges as well. Gonna give him a third one after that next Ion Shell as top lane. Looks like 15, taking a little bit of damage from Massacre here. And now everybody getting a little bit of space. I love, okay. Looks like he is looking for the hook. Only level 2 going to be pretty difficult. Melancholy positioning himself fairly well here. Courier, what's it going to bring in? Just the brown boots. Haste Rune. There's the hook onto the TA though. And then what a latch that was. Now Weehaw, is he going to throw out the anything? No, not yet. Actually missing on the power shot. Does manage to hit Zayak, who's in a little bit of trouble. Now Melancholy going to turn around on Weehaw. The charge coming in from the Spirit Breaker. Haste Rune as well. Weehaw not going to be able to turn this one around. It looks like could go down here. Power shot will be able to kill the Slardar. Madden continuing to chase that Shackle. What is that range? Weehaw turning this one around. Not ready to give it up just yet. Does have a power shot if he wants to use it. Is it going to be able to hit? Could turn around. Maybe get the power shot on Melancholy as well as Madden. Melancholy got to be a little bit careful. Power shot. Barely going to miss Madden there. High ground ward trying to give him vision. Unfortunately won't be able to do so. And did you try to 1-for-1? The Pudge does go down. More importantly, the Slardar does. But he does have his Tranquil Boots, which is a very important item for him. Bot lane, it looks like Cancel able to get a kill over here. No, maybe not just yet. He's going to go down. Yes, the chains will be enough to get the kill. I love okay, going to TP in here. Not going to be able to help out very much, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. Ancient Apparition actually going to go down there to, I believe, the Slardar. But a couple nice plays bot lane, and they're really starting to slow down this Ember Spirit. Only with his brown boots, not even a full wand just yet. Just the magic stick as Melancholy going to look to Bottle Crow here. And stack the camp as well as he's moving up towards that 40-second mark here. Charge up on a Massacre 15, maybe thinking about a kill here. 3 points into the Dark Pack, almost level 6. Could be enough to get the kill. Weehaw going to TP back towards the mid lane as I love okay, doing the same but towards bottom. Just going to look for the rune here as the charge top lane. They do have vision on a Massacre. He's thinking about diving the tower. There's a snowball in, but he's going to be wrong place, wrong time. Leap is going to get him away, so he's not even going to be able to get the initial snowball stun. 15, got to be a little bit careful. We do have the ult from Massacre. He's got the shards as well. Could be enough turnaround damage to get the kill over here on a 15, and he knows it. He's just going to turn around and back up after that one. Invis rune going to be picked up by I Love Okay here, as he does have a couple wards, Sentry, and an Observer mid lane. As we are getting some drawings. I Love Okay. He's going to find Melancholy in this jungle, still invis, looking for the stacks. We'll see that there's nothing there. As we are going to have immediately the Focus Fire used on the mid tower. Not even with Phase Boots just yet, but when you're attacking that fast, you can still start to plink down these towers. And looks like Melancholy confident with just giving that one up. Top lane Tusk is going to go down. Madden getting very low. They won't be able to trade a kill. Although Pudge is coming in behind this one. 15 doesn't have his ultimate just yet, so he will have to be a little bit careful. Night Vision. I believe Slark's got a little bit more night vision as bot lane. The wall was used, but not before Cancel can get a double kill there. Bottle up as well as the salve. Gonna mean he can regen up, stay right in lane. Weehaw taking quite a bit of damage here. Has to be careful. There's the charge up coming from the Spirit Breaker. One trap slow. Has the secondary one. Will use it. And is he going to continue to dive here? Weehaw bottling up, thinking about turning it around. Shackle shot could have latched there. Not going to use it though. The charge will hit. Snowball in from the Tuskar. Walrus Punch shards. Not going to be able to catch the TA. They will manage to get at least one kill though. And a nice kill it is. 15 seconds. Spirit Breaker is going to have to wait before he can make another charge, as Ancient Apparition is going to block the Ancients there. So, nice little play from him. Surprisingly enough, the TA hasn't really gone to stack them just yet. Mid lane, Massacre still standing around. Weehaw with a 7 wand charge. Could be enough to get a kill here. Just waiting for the snowball. There's the shards. Not going to be able to catch him. Melancholy will just escape that one. Sentry Ward is going to go down. They do now see the TA trap, and he will deward it. Another charge mid lane onto Weehaw. Should be quite alright here, though. Melancholy nowhere near bar. Charge will be canceled. Bot lane, Zayak getting a little bit of trouble. Johnny Krypton's around here, but he's taking a lot of damage here. Pudge is going to TP in. A nice chains onto 2. Zayak's going to go down, and it's going to be a mega kill for Cancel. Massacre in a little bit of trouble, but has the snowball if he needs it. Hook up, maybe, if he wants to use that here. There's the snowball, buying him a little bit of time. Spirit Breaker's in here as well. They just need a little bit more time to get the mana here. There's the Walrus Punch shards. Is it going to be enough to keep them away? 23, 24 mana. They just need this hook to get him out. Weehaw's even going to rotate in, looking for the shackle. Not going to get it just yet. There's the charge. Not going to be able to cancel that one. Yes, he will. There's the cancel. The hook back on Madden. Irvine's here as well. Trap slow. Not going to be enough. Power shot from Weehaw. Melancholy doing quite a bit of damage though. Zayak's in here as well. Weehaw taking a few right clicks himself. Irvine probably going to pay for this with his life, but he doesn't really care whatsoever. He's going to buy boots and a TP. Weehaw now in a little bit of trouble. Going to turn around, look for the shackle. There's the wind run as well as the focus fire, keeping him alive a little bit longer. Zayak going to look for the sprint as well as the stun. Nice 3 points into that. Doesn't have the amp damage if he wants to use it though. I Love K maybe thinking about a hook. Not enough mana to do so, though, and Weehaw just going to throw out the power shot. He's getting quite low thanks to that sprint. Bonus damage is top lane. Now that the fight's done, we see 15 pressuring out the tower. Does have that Aquila. Probably looking to finish up his treads. Perhaps going to go for the Midas, though. Does have quite a bit of gold saved up now. 800 after getting a nice bit of free farm. Tuskar just going to throw out the shards as well as the snowball. Secure himself a nice bit of CS. And it looks like it will be... I'm really not sure who's... I think it's the Tuskar that's going to be the farming. We're just going to have a roaming Pudge, who does get that early level 6, which is going to be quite nice for him, especially locking down 15. A very important hero to lock down. Ember Spear going to pause it, and does he see the Pudge? No, he doesn't actually see the Pudge. And that is actually fairly important here. And they should know this. This tree just barely giving them enough vision. Did he just leap? No, it looks like he's just walking around. Here we go. Vision's going to come back in. There's the TP. The snowball as well as the dark pack. Not going to get stunned up. Has the ultimate still if he needs to use it. Hook. What a hook. Even into the shards being used there. They don't have enough damage though. 15 getting quite low. Not going to be enough. Trap slow from TA coming up from behind. Now I Love OK's got to be a little bit careful. Has the ultimate as well as the rod to help chew through those refractions. Will do so. Charge up from Madden. Weehaw even going to show up on this one. And now they've got to be a little bit careful. There's the bash out on a Massacre. Will use the snowball. Melancholy getting quite low. Power shot. Is he going to use it? Not yet. Holding on to it for as long as he can. Not even going to use it just yet. The wind run going to be enough. He's going to turn up power shot on a 15. There's the one though, keeping him alive a little bit longer. Madden going to use the charge. Is he going to be able to get a stun here? The bash is so important. Slardar going to be able to get a kill in the AA. Weehaw trying to charge out of this one. A lot of regen up from the Slark, who's looking for the leap. Won't be able to get it, though. Another charge off cooldown, but with the haste rune, they're just going to give that one up. And now, an unstoppable given to the Ember Spirit. And he'll say, thanks. That's my bots. Charge up on a Weehaw. Zayax here as well. He does have a haste rune. Should be able to get out of this one if he needs to do so. No, there's the chain stun. Bash! Bash! Is he going to get bash? No bash for you. He's just going to turn this one around. Has the shackle. Not latching, oddly enough. And now Maiden in a little bit of trouble. Shards out. There's the snowball in. Has the walrus punch if he wants to use it. As well as the power shot. They should be able to get that kill very easy. Massacre not ready to give this one up just yet. But there's the TA now. I Love OK's here as well. He's got maybe the hook. Will be able to get it onto the TA. Power shot. Not going to hit on a Zayak. Actually juking that one around a little bit. There's the amp damage on it. I Love OK. Doesn't matter though. Melancholy's going to get killed as they chew through those refractions. The shackle shot even being used. Weehaw's unstoppable now. Slark running in. Does have the leap. Weehaw's got to be so careful. Maybe they need to... Yeah, there it is. They need to prevent that leap from hitting Weehaw. Now they could maybe turn this one around. Weehaw with quite a bit of damage. Zayak is going to get frosty feeded. Won't land though. 15 though could maybe turn this one around. Doesn't have the damage to do so, nor the leap off cooldown in order to lock him down. Coming up from behind though, we've got Zayak with the Ion Shell. Doesn't have sprint to get in. The charge though is all they need. Do they have the ult on the Spirit Breaker? Not yet. Will get the bash into the stun. And it looks like the AA going to pay for this one with his light power shot to go down. Won't be able to hit that one on a Zayak. Maybe could have gotten the kill. And looks like I might get a breather. No, Ember Spirit going to jump in on this one. Does have the steering chains if he needs to use it. Will do so. Slark just going to leap and purge that one off as it looks like Tuskar rotating in as well. Amp damage, and look at the damage. There's the back end trying to slow him down a little bit as well as the Flame Guard going to be dealing a lot of AoE damage. 15 getting quite low. Got to be a little bit careful. Zayak as well. They do actually, he does actually leap out. Weehaw's trying to rotate into the mid lane. They see him. Is he going to be able to get the shackle? Maybe. No. It's going to fly all the way to home base. And now that we've got the time, let's just watch that one hit as 15 all the way at home. There it is. Will eat that shackle, but at the very least, fighting. Not going to stop just yet. Zayak going to get snowballed in. There's the hook out. Going to be the kill for I Love OK. Nice little pickup for him. And my lord, non-stop fighting. 17 to 11, 12 minutes in. And this has been a ridiculously interesting game so far. Nice little deep ward down here from the Dire, as they do want to secure this tower, so they want to see anybody rotating in. It is in deny range. Cancel sitting around. Madden just going to TP home as he is quite low. Probably going to look to charge out after that one. Weehaw, as well as I Love OK and Irvine, going to rotate towards this top lane. Weehaw, no rune bottled there, so won't be able to do too much here. As looks like they want to push out this tier 1 top. Kind of cut off the jungle from the Slark, who does decide to go for the full treads. Not going to save for the Midas, or at least not going to get it just yet. Has about 1,000 gold. We'll see if he wants to move into something like the S and Y, into the Scotty. Just really tank up with those stats. Get a nice slow here. Help up against that Ember Spirit as well. And we'll see what he's going to decide to do. And We are probably going to use the focus fire on this tower. There it is. Going to use it. AA going to TP bot lane as it seems like there's a little bit of a fight. Cancel going to dodge that vacuum as well as the Slither and Crusher from the Slardar. Massacre in a whole lot of trouble right now. He might go down to the wall damage and it looks like he will. Darkseer going to get that kill. Now the amp damage onto onto Cancel as Yoki's going to walk in on this one. Does throw out a couple right clicks. Won't be able to do too much. There's the meld from Yoky. The AA ulti is going to hit on a Matt and he's got to be a little bit careful. Slardar charging in. Nether Strike as well going to be used. I love OK. Looking for the hook. The creep actually going to block that one. Weehaw rotating in and now they've got to be so careful. They just gave up the Ember Speed, the Ember Spirit killing spree. I love OK trying to use the ultimate on a Zayak, won't be able to do so, and it's a disaster for the Radiant. They're gonna lose 5. A 5-for-3 trade. Weeha's gonna give up that monster kill to Yoky, and he's gonna say thanks for that one. 2.8k. Probably gonna look for the Desolator. A lot of early Roshan potential as well as push potential. Perhaps the Blink Dagger, but we'll have to see what he wants to go for. As a nice trade there. Look at that go down. 2k advantage already, 14 minutes in, and it's just going to jump right down to 0. EXP going to be about 1,500, going to drop down to 1,000, and look at that, the Dire very happy with that one. Slark going to move into the Shadow Blade, which really allows him to pressure the Ember Spirit as well as the Ancient Apparition. Shadow Blade hit into a Leap Dark Pact is easily a kill. AA going to be looking for the hit on a 15, won't be able to do so. They're scouting out Roshan, and won't get anything there, as looks like the call is going to be made for top lane. Will they be able to do this? They've got the blink on a cancel. There's the blink, the crush, the vacuum, the charge. Perfect stuns here. They don't have Nether Strike, though. A bash, maybe. He actually doesn't have another spirit, though. He doesn't even need the bash. Zayak looking for another crush. Has it in about 3 seconds. Massacre rotating up. There's the chains. We've even got the shackle focus fire now, as well as the snowball and mechanism from Johnny, trying to keep him alive a little bit longer. Won't be able to do so. We've got the shards. Yoky gonna blink back a little bit. Has to be careful as Krypton getting very low. Wall even gonna be used. 15 coming in from the backside. Looks like the hook out, as well as the shards gonna be thrown, but it's not gonna be able to secure a kill or anywhere near a kill, as well as the dust going to be used. There's another shackle shot on a Melancholy, as well as the power shot going to be enough to get the kill. AAL going to be thrown out, but not going to be anywhere near getting a kill here. A nice leap, going to be able to get out of that shards, as we do have the charge as well from the Spirit Breaker to get away if he needs to do so. Bot lane, Ancient Apparition going for that Midas, getting a ton of space here, and luckily for him, his team's able to fight, and a nice little skirmish from them. So the Radiant fighting that one really well. Weehaw showing up, getting a nice shackle, the focus fire as well. Pudge does tank up a lot of that damage in the backside, and thankfully he helps his team get a couple kills, though. Very important kills as well. Zayak looking for the blink over here into the jungle. Won't be able to do it. The Radiant with that ward. They do have a TP in from the Tuskar. Massacre rotating around. He says, hey, buddy, he's sprinting around. We've got to get this kill. He's so deep right now. The Slardar hasn't helped him. A nice deep ward from the Slardar, though. And there it is. Snowball coming up. Is going to be able to blink out of that one. Will get stunned up. Shard's going to be able to easily block him off. ALT Shards will go down. So a nice kill for the AA. Really going to help his Midas timing. Slark will finish up that Shadow Blade. And now probably use it to perhaps get a kill on a Cancel, who might actually find him first. Cancel looking for this neutral camp. Will go for it. There's the leap. There's the Dark Pact being used as well. He's got to be careful. Misses the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains, actually. And now with the Shadow Blade, do they see what he got? He's going to use the Shadow Blade. Charge, unfortunately, did get canceled here. Top lane, Windrunner will get a kill into the Spirit Breaker, and that's why the charge got canceled. Weehaw with a nice pick there, managing to finish up that Aghanim Scepter very early on. 500 gold. We'll see if he's going to go for the crit. Perhaps going to be going for something like the Mjolnir or the Maelstrom. Give him a little bit of team fight damage instead of just, you know, some huge single target damages. A lot of these heroes are fairly squishy if you can lock them down, right? You've got the Slardar, who probably going to have Sprint on, as long as you can eat through the refractions, which is very easy. There's the Shadow Blade up. Let's hold that thought as 15. Maybe looking for Weehaw here. We'll find I Love OK, but Weehaw's certainly going to be the prime target. They're picking him out. There's the Crush to start things off, as well as the Dark Pact. They will hook out on a Zayak. Weehaw, he's going to turn this one around. Can he actually kill 15? No! No way, he barely doesn't get that kill. I Love OK in a little bit of trouble. Zayak going to eat the Urn Charge. Not going to be enough to get the kill, though. Charge up as well as the Melt Strike from Yoky. Going to be enough to get that kill. 15 going to secure the last hit. Weehaw almost making the play there. You can only imagine if he had a little bit more damage, you know, if he was going for that crit, if he had another Blade of Attack or something that could have easily been a kill, but unfortunately won't be able to do so, and instead he will go down. There was the mechanism over there from Johnny Krypton as well, so a nice mech to help keep 15 alive a little bit longer. It's a bot lane. Charge up. Cancel going to be caught out without Spirit yet again. Charge in from Madden. Has the Nether Strike. Dodges that one, though. Beautiful dodge. And now the snowball in. Cancel is going to turn this one around alongside Massacre. Maybe not, though. Thinking about otherwise. Yoky, quite tanky. Does have 10 wand charges as well, so a pretty difficult kill. There's the shards kind of holding down. He does have the charge away. Unfortunately. Oh, the bash! They don't know, though. They've got no vision to see that he gets bashed. And if they had, That could have been absolutely hilarious. And Pudge pinging it out now saying, hey guys, I think he got bashed. And looks like instead the Radiant will just rotate towards this bot tower and instead try to take it. Will do so. Not even a fortify over here from the Dire as Ember Spirit just going to TP, leave a Remnant, I believe, as well. Somewhere down here, perhaps. As looks like mid lane, Spirit Breaker going to try and farm up in his own as he's quite poor now. Just going to TP out. Maybe a little bit afraid. Does finally finish off the Aaron. Is 15 in the jungle here. Is going to just grab a few creeps of his own and has to be careful. Not going to go down here, thankfully enough. And that nice regen. We'll be able to just regen after this. Shadow blading up. There is a ward from somebody though. Or maybe they're no, just taking a little bit to get that full regen. And 15 going to back up now. Maybe look to turn this one around sometime soon. As still has quite a bit of mana, so he doesn't really have to worry about all that much. As Dire looks like they're grouping up. Do we have a smoke on anybody? Yes, we do have a smoke on the Slardar. So it looks like a smoke up behind yoky is going to be the call. ALT going to be thrown out towards Roshan. They're not there though, and now they won't have it for the next fight or to help scout them whatsoever in a little bit as they are kind of calling them back. Yoky just CSing in this mid lane is going to use that Meld Strike to clear the catapult out. And there it is. The smoke going to be popped. They're pinging out for Roshan, and now they've got no ALT for Rosh. This is very, very important now for the Dire as they can easily sneak this one in. Amp damage is going to be used here. They only need 2 heroes. Easily going to be able to chew through this one with TA. She's got the meld negative armor. Negative 14 armor now on Roshan. And he's just going to absolutely melt all this physical damage here. 15 even just walking right into the pit, I believe, under the Shadow Blade. So they do know what's going on. ALT is up. Are they going to toss it out? I don't believe so. Roshan going to go down right on time. They throw in the Sigil, but it's a little bit too late. As Power Shot is going to go out. ALT, they got to be careful. Shard's not going to latch onto that one, though. Ember Spirit does manage to finish up the Battle Fury while all this is being said, and he does have it. Hook out, not going to latch. Will grab Nether Strike. Cancel's got to be careful. Wrong place, wrong time. Will just zip away to his Spirit, so a nice play from him. And now Zayak in a little bit of trouble here. Got to be careful of Massacre, who's nearby. Does have the Shard Snowball as well, so Blink Dagger of his own. Won't use it, though. Instead, just going to kind of get away as Fog from, you know, nighttime. Going to help keep Zayak alive. And now it seems like things have calmed down from that early 11, 12 minute fighting that we just constantly had. It seems like everybody's going to be able to farm up a little bit. Weehaw, still with 1,800 gold. Probably going to be looking in towards the Blink Dagger next, I would imagine, since he hasn't purchased anything just yet. He's pretty comfortable with his damage as well as his team's damage potential. And the Ember Spirit finishing up that nice Battle Fury means that they certainly have the team fight damage they need alongside Flame Guard. And there it is. Blink Dagger going to be picked up by Weehaw, selling, I believe, the Null Talisman there. And it looks like he does. I love OK, taking point here. Does drop an Observer Ward. Trying to get a little bit of vision in case anybody's there for him to hook. Unfortunately, the entirety of the Dire's in their jungle, and they smoked up yet again, looking for the Ember Spirit. Who's going to start things off? It looks like they will start things off. Crush, is it going to hit? There's the Searing Chains actually preventing it. ALT going to go down. Only going to land on a Zayak, though. Meanwhile, the Pudge is going to rotate in. 15, walking right under tower, missing the leap. There's the stumble in the melt, just blowing the A up in one shot. Wall going to be thrown down as well. 15 dealing so much damage under his ultimate now. And there it is. They do manage to get the Aegis Shackle Shot. Will not latch, surprisingly enough, although he was near a tree cancel. There's the Nether Strike, the charge. He's going to go down. Just look at the physical damage. Weehaw going to back out after this one, and now Madden in a little bit of trouble. There's the blink up from yoky, and just look at that, a double kill. Weehaw now going to get chased down. 15 running under the cover of that Shadow Blade. Going to get slowed down. There's the charge on Weehaw yet again, though. 15 doesn't want to give this one up just yet. Looks like he will do so, though, and instead, they'll just look to take the tower. A nice shackle, and no, he doesn't have any refractions. Yoki's going to go down. Do they have the range? No, they don't. ALT, will it hit? No, it's not even going to hit. Yoki's going to get out of that one. Blink Dagger finished up from Johnny Krypton. And he's got the mech in about 26 seconds here. Zayak going to TP out, and instead, Power Shot not going to hit on anybody. Unfortunately, Weehaw not going to be able to get a kill out of that one. Very close, though. Very, very close. Does manage to at least stay alive during that fight. As looks like the Ancients are now going to be taken over here from yoky. Does have 1,600 gold on top of that death, so I imagine he'll be looking for an MKB next to help fight up against that Windrun. Perhaps a BKB as well wouldn't be all that bad, as Shackle Shot, very strong ability here. They do manage to find the Slardar. Not sure what he's thinking. There's the Shackle Shot, easy latch, Snowball not even needed. ALT even going to get thrown out for the whole shebang. And now the Radiant comfortable with pushing bot lane. They do have that nice ward that'll show off wherever the Dire's hanging out. And Pudge, again, going to be taking point, looking for that hook, probably building into a Blade Mail, perhaps a Medallion, it seems here, is will be hiding in the tree. Weehaw will use the focus fire onto that tower, and without the Slardar for about 30 seconds, they will fort, but they're probably going to lose this tower, have to give that one up, as Pudge still looking somewhere, anywhere for anything, as they do manage to see Yoky in this mid lane. He's got to be a little bit careful, but excuse me, just look at his damage. So they are pinging him out. They do have that, look at that warded. A beautiful sentry ward, going to find that dire ward, unfortunately for them. And now it looks like they're pinging out the jungle. They do smoke up. Yoky kind of sniffing this one out, just going to back off. Has a regen rune still. Just bottling that one now as they will move towards mid lane. And they will just take out that observer ward. So kind of realizing that the smoke's not going to work out all that well. We are getting a couple pings out from the Spirit Breaker, as well as the Pudge kind of pinging out where he thinks the dire is, and they are there exactly. So Courier, what did it bring? It looks like it's just going to bring an observer ward. Pudge will ward under the cover of smoke, and he does see that somebody just took that camp there, as the Ember Spirit going to look to take the Ancients. Will stack them up. Unfortunately, though, classic Ancient Thunder Hide won't jump in. A nice Shackle! Actually going to land on the charge, though. There's the wall back, as well as the ALT actually going to land on 4. So much damage. Walrus Punch on his egg. Just look at the melt right now. They're all getting solo. Madden's going to pop to the AA soon. And it looks like maybe no, it's actually going to wear off, but Weehaw, as well as Cancel, dealing enough damage to get that kill. They managed to find the Tuskar at the very least. Meanwhile, it looks like Weehaw probably looking to blink up. Won't be able to catch Yoky, though. 2.6 now with a DD rune. And this is some scary stuff. They do see that he picks it up. He's just going to melt right under the cover of the observer ward. Weehaw waiting behind the tree. They know, though, Cancel coming in from behind. 15 going to look to go into him. They can easily blow him up with the DD. One miss. Oh my god, a double miss. Melancholy, excuse me. Yoky actually going to go down here. Shackle doesn't even latch to the tree, but doesn't matter. A double miss onto Cancel. Isn't able to get the Meld Strike off on that one, and unfortunately, Cancel's going to be able to live there, and Yoky probably going to be cursing his RNG here, as he will go down. Weehaw now ready to push out the bot lane yet again. 3 heroes from the Dire, excuse me. I don't know, 4 around this mid lane, as Zayak and Johnny Krypton going to join up here. Krypton with that blink almost has the GG boots as well, so quite a bit of farm, as Zayak looking closer and closer to that 4 staff. Still needs quite a bit, though, about 900 gold, I believe, 800 at this point. As Irvine with that Midas now, getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be great for him. He's going to look for the Midas onto that larger Centaur. Will be able to grab it, and looking for that level 11 here. Zayak is going to blink up to the wave at the same time as Weehaw, although Weehaw just queuing the power shot. Won't be able to get off on the Shackle, and Zayak just being so aggressive. Weehaw, though, not really aware of where everybody could be, so we'll just run out. Blink away from Zayak here. He's a little bit afraid of Weehaw, who does manage to grab his crit stick now, and Crystal is going to be pretty important for him, just nuking down these heroes. It's Yoky now, pushing the bot lane. Take a look at the net worth. The Ember Spirit leading Weehaw as well as Yoky. About even right now. Both of them doing exceptionally well in terms of farm, despite Weehaw being behind on kills, I believe. I don't know, he's 10-2. Scratch that. He's actually ahead on kills, less deaths. But the Dire, they were ahead for quite some time. The Radiant slowly bring it back. Dire farming a little bit more efficiently as of right now, but it's pretty well nothing in terms of net worth and XP. Illusion going to be picked up here. Just waiting for that next Roshan. Probably going to be the ticket to go for a Rax for the Dire here. Radiant really going to have to keep their eyes on that one. A couple of heroes smoked up, moving through the jungle. Cancel in this mid lane as well. They're pinging out Roshan. Waiting for that AALT to be thrown in, but won't use it just yet. Like I said, they do kind of see the Mulslark is going to try to chew through some of these camps. We'll go for the SNY after the Shadow Blade, and from there it looks like he's thinking about a BKB of his own, as we'll just look to take this tower down. Fortify is going to go here. Nobody's smoked up. They're all just running under the wards. They know exactly what's going on. TP and ALT not going to land on anybody, though, and it looks like Cancel going to lead this fight. We'll just jump in. There's the chains on the 2. Actually, Yoky going to eat that one. Nether Strike on a Cancel to start things off. He's got to be careful. There's the back wall. Actually going to hit on 2. Massacre. It's getting quite low right now. Weehaw trying to run out of this one. It looks like they'll easily be able to kill Weehaw, and it looks, yeah, he is going to go down. The blink up, the Meld Strike going to be easily enough here, and now they're continuing the chase on to I Love okay, and he will go for the hook, but that's just going to ensure his demise here, as he will go down. Roshan, is he up? Not yet. Very close, though. And the Dire, are they going to look to grab him when he is up? Still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, so still a little bit of time before Roshan's up, but they'll be able to grab this tower off of it, and it looks like ALT going to try and prevent a little bit of that, as they do lose that team fight, oddly enough. Cancel just having to back out after that one really hurt them, getting a little bit too close in, And unfortunately, he had to jump out of that one and try to survive, as all that physical damage could have been enough to get a kill there easily onto him. So thankfully, though, he does survive. BKB now finished up for the Slark, I believe. No, for yoky has his BKB. Will drop the TP in favor of it, and instead just back out and see if he's going to go for the Aegis next, or if they're going to give it to somebody like Zayak, or perhaps the Slark as well. Could be a good hero. Grab that. Just get rid of that, Quelling Blade. Not really that useful anymore. As Cancel pushing top tower fairly well. The team looks like they are pinging him out. They do kind of want to go for a kill on a Cancel. They don't know he's there still. Hasn't really shown in lane for quite some time, so they're only going to send up yoky. He's going to eat a chains, oddly enough. We'll just pop the refractions, try to deal with some of that damage, and it looks like Cancel going to back out after that one. Don't have any smokes on anyone, I believe. As we can hear him just kind of take the Ancients there, and we'll be able to do so. Get rid of that Thunderhide and just move into continue here, as they're going to use the Walrus Punch. Using it on the medium one, though, not the large Granite Golem there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And another Focus Fire going to be used there, so we being fairly efficient over here with these Ancients. As we do see Thunderhide's not that great, or Rumblehide, excuse me. As Roshan up in about a minute, I believe, so he's getting close. A little bit over a minute, perhaps. This top lane, 15 and Madden just waiting to gank somebody who tries to kill them, or secure some CS. Zayak with a nice D ward there, as they did see them place that ward. That's going to be really annoying for the Radiant. It really limits their Roshan defense potential. As yoky rotating towards the bot lane, and this is perfect for him. He's going to be able to secure some CS, and Roshan respawning very soon. Take a look at the graphs now. The Dire taking that lead once again after winning that fight, killing Weeha. About 6k in terms of net worth. 7k in terms of net worth. 6.5, 7k in terms of net worth. About 5k in terms of EXP. And Roshan getting closer and closer to that spawning point. Illusion Rune will get picked up by the TA here. Going to use that regen, and Cancel going to rotate towards the bot lane. Does have a Spirit out in the pit now, so he's kind of keeping an eye on that as well. ALT does get used, but Roshan's not up, and yet again that ALT is going to be off cooldown for when Roshan spawns, which is right now. Both teams have eyes on it. They do see that yoky's starting it all off, and let's see, are they going to just smoke up? It looks like yes, but they don't really have the time. They can't. Weeha's probably calling it out, as well as I Love OK saying, hey guys, there's no way that we can wait for this. Cancel going to jump in there. Going to get a chains on a Roshan, though, so just going to help them out a little bit more. As 15 is going to use that Shadow Blade. Cancel looking for the steal. Won't be able to do so. In a whole lot of trouble. There's the jump in. Not going to be able to steal it. And now he's in the pit with yoky. There's the Nether Strike. Weeha trying to use the ult on a Johnny Krypton. Just going to have to get out of this one, though. As now I Love OK in a whole lot of trouble. Snowball in from the Tuskar. Keep him alive a little bit longer. There's the crush, though. Unstoppable now for 15. yoky with a double kill. And unfortunately, they go for the contest, but the Dire, with vision of that, they couldn't smoke in. They had no Ancient Apparition ulti to try and slow it down, and just poor timing, unfortunately, on that AA ulti. Literally seconds before Roshan respawns, and then they're kind of rushed in there. They can't really do much. MKB is going to be the next item, so nice little pickup for yoky, and this is going to be a very difficult game for the Radiant to win. Now, Power Shot going to be used in mid lane here as Weeha does still have his crit stick, and 2.4k, managing to get out of that one. Still has the gem as well, which was purchased by Massacre. So very lucky to still have that. Thankfully not, giving the enemy team 900 net worth, as Johnny Krypton blinking in. Weeha didn't even blink out of that one, just kind of sidestepping whatever aggression Darkseer tried to go for, as he does have the Guardian Greaves, the blink. Let's see if he wants to go for next, if he's going to look for a Force Staff, as well as, do you have the Force Staff finished up here on the Slardar, as well as, no, that's nothing for him. So just the Force Staff and about 1,000 gold. As we see, yeah, just about finished the MKB. Just can you, excuse me, just can you sell the Aquila, pick up the MKB, and this is a very, very scary TA. Cancel doing the best he can to try and buy his team some time. Looks like he's going for a Lincoln's or a Scotty next. One of the two, actually getting the chains on a Madden there. Oddly enough, still looking to right click him, has to be careful. Does have, yeah, there we go. We'll just jump out of that one. Does still have a Remnant out, and just can you now continue to push the bot lane. So the Dire, even though they've got the Aegis, they still have to deal with this very annoying split push that Cancel awards them with the Boots of Travel, as well as the continuous Remnants in and out. He's got 2.1k. We'll see if he's going to look for the crit stick, because he really needs the damage to help out his team now. He really needs the positioning tool as well, which he did have to go for the blink there, but not that big of a deal. Let's see how the Pudge is doing in terms of items. Really nothing ever since the Tranquil Boots in the urn. Really struggling to buy anything. Working on that blade mail still. We saw that, like, I want to say 15-20 minutes ago he was trying to get that blade mail. And unfortunately, just hasn't really been able to get the farm to do so. They've just been losing team fight after team fight. If we take a look at the graph now, looks like we're upwards at about 14k in terms of net worth, and about the same in terms of EXP. So a very difficult game so far. The two net worth leaders right now, TA and the Slark, and the Radiant really just going to have to look to def high ground. They can't really leave their base. Maybe they can go for a smoke play, but it's going to be pretty difficult, as you don't really have a very strong initiation, and they have the Aegis for another 2 minutes as we see that timer just pop up. But they're really going to have to look for a mistake. Maybe Weehaw get a 2-hero shackle, which is very necessary here. Try to lock down a couple heroes for just about 4 seconds as bot lane now Cancel going to dip out. And yet again, look at that, 15 TPing home. So Cancel doing a great job of preventing the Dire from pushing. And they don't have the Aegis for much longer. Yoky doesn't look all too worried about that one, as just look at this guy chew through everything. Neutral camps. Hook out. Will not latch. Oddly enough, I was certain that was going to latch Weehaw there, ready with the blink as well as with the shackle shot. So won't be able to help him out. Does go for the Deso, oddly enough. So there's, I guess, a lot of armor here. So we have with quite a bit of damage potential now. Deso, I think they're kind of saying, you know what, if we win a team fight, we're going to need the Deso in order to just push down mid lane and win. And, you know, they do have quite a bit of armor with the Guardian Greaves, as well as the Vladimir's offering. Nobody's got an AC, but they've got a lot of armor. 14 armor on the TA outside of the Vlad's buff. We've got quite a bit, just about 15 I think that is on the Spirit Breaker. Yeah, so everybody's got quite a bit of armor. Got about 23 over here on the Dark Seer, and I do like that. Shackle shot gonna go out. Slark probably gonna go down right now. Guardian Greaves keeping him alive a little bit longer. Not long enough. There's the win run from Weehaw. The wall is gonna be used as well. Snowball keeping him alive a little bit longer. Weehaw turning this one around. They've got to be careful as the Aegis just about to time out. There's the Sleight of Fist gonna be able to secure the kill. Yoky, be careful. You've got the Aegis, but not for that much longer. Weehaw gonna rotate in. Look at the crush though, Yoky. The Aegis is so close right now. If he dies, there it is. The Aegis at least gonna pop. They do lose 2. It's a 2-for-2 trade so far, as Yoki's still alive. Aegis is gonna pop, and it looks like he wants to continue to go on this one perhaps, although they've got to be careful of the almighty raid boss Weehaw. So scary right now. Massacre is going to smoke up, and they're going to look to chase them out of here. Are they going to be able to get any kills though? They're oh, Weehaw popping the smoke on that one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They do see them farming in the jungle, and they were hoping to get them there, but you know, maybe just thinking otherwise. Not all that comfortable with you know, pushing out, and Weehaw's probably thinking the same thing I am. Just def in base. Wait for them to make mistakes. You're not out of it yet, especially not with the Deso, the focus fire. It doesn't take much for you know, a Windrunner to really start eating through buildings and getting the kills that she needs. So we are just going to move up towards the Ancients, try to farm out as much as possible, as we do see Yoky finds an Invis rune, but Weehaw with the gem. Just 2 ships passing in the night right now. Focus fire is going to be used, and now they do manage to find one hero. Yoky going to turn around after that one. Crush and the blink out immediately. They do see Yoky though. He was under the Observer Ward as well as the Sentry there. Wind run up. Do they really want to chase this one? It looks like yes. Weehaw looking for the blink. Won't do it though. Instead, he'll just back out, say, you know what, he's gone. Do place the Sentry, expecting that, you know, maybe, just maybe Yoki's still sitting around, and bot lane Cancel doing what he needs to do. Does go for the Manta style. It is pretty nice. Going to be able to purge off that amp damage. You know, perhaps juke a stun or something like that. And, it's going to be quite nice for him. So I think a lot of people underestimate a Manta style Ember Spirit. Very difficult to kill him unless you chain your stuns. Essentially perfect. Ancient Apparition actually going to be able to get a kill onto Slardar. And where did he die? Just kind of really deep in there. Right under the wards. Looks like everybody kind of helping out for that one, as Weehaw did use the Focus Fire. Top lane, meanwhile, Massacre being a little bit of an annoyance to Madden. Gonna get himself a nice bit of CS there, as bot lane Cancel's got to be a little bit careful. Yoky rotating up behind him and should have the Spirit away, unless he gets, like, you know, some ridiculous stuns or, you know, something just completely weird happens. He's just gonna get the Spirit back and run away after that one. Meanwhile, here's the real fight. There's the wall, as well as the Replicates doing quite a bit of damage right now. I Love OK's got to be careful. Weehaw Illusion doing so much right now. Cancel going to TP in on this one. Weehaw actually backing up. AALT is going to go down. Not going to hit on anybody, as they're not continuing the chase. Instead, they're going to turn around. Now they've got to think otherwise, although Weehaw's still running in here. Cancel looks like he's ready for this one still as well. It's all about the Blink Shackle right now. And he's looking for it. Easy Blink Shackle onto the tree. Focus fire as well. Cancel's here. And it looks like the charge in from Madden. He's got to be careful. They don't have the chains for another 2 seconds. They will be able to get it though. Chains will grab him. And now Madden's in a lot of trouble. This Weehaw illusion doing some work, but not enough to get the kill on a Cancel whatsoever. And they'll get a nice 2-for-2 trade there. 2 cores more importantly for an offlaner and a support. So it does kind of dip up in their favor a little bit, but they're still incredibly far behind. They're going to have to play some exceptional Dota here if they want to win, as the Courier is moving up to the side shop. yoky buying an AC now, and this guy's got so much negative armor, so much bonus armor, and a DD as well. Just call this guy S4 as he's getting some ridiculous runes. Doesn't manage to spot it though, and instead he'll just back out. Cancel. Going to be able to get out of that one, as well as the Ancient Apparition just going to dip out here. And where's the bash? Where is the bash? No bash, unfortunately, and seems like he's now got 3.6k, got to be moving into a crit stick, and now it's getting a little bit scarier. The full Daedalus finished up on Weehaw, and Daedalus Deathsohagnum Scepter. This guy is no joke right now. Sure, yoky's got the AC, but it's not really going to help him if he gets latched into a focus fire. He's essentially dead. Maybe the Guardian Greaves can keep him alive a little bit longer. Sheep Stick now finished up on a Johnny, and that's a pretty huge item. Sheep Initiation is going to be very difficult for them to deal with. Roshan is now up yet again. Both teams really need to spot this one out so that they can look to take it. They will just get rid of some of these TA traps, as Sentry Ward going to be used now. Very aggressive blink from the Slardar. Do both teams know Roshan's up? It looks like this is going to be the last fight of the game. It really feels like whoever wins this one. What do we have for buybacks? Only the Ember Spirit. So really, whichever team wins this fight is going to win the game. Or whichever team is able to convert a Roshan. As the Radiant splitting up right now. And this is not the right idea. They've got to know how quickly that TA, as well as Slardar, can do this Roshan. I know, there it is. They are going to throw the Spirit in. They see that it's up, and they're pinging it out very aggressively. Weehaw caught in the mid lane is trying to run as fast as he can. They do see them beginning to Roshan. Now they've got to be so careful. Ancient Apparition ult is up, though, and that's going to be the big ticket for them to win it. It's getting so low right now. ALT, where is it? Finally going to land into the pit, but it looks like they're going to get Roshan anyways. There's the blink in from the Ember Spirit. The crush as well. He's going to go down. He does have buyback. Needs to buy back right now, and needs to get into that pit. Won't do so, though, and instead he's just gonna do nothing. It looks like Weehaw in a whole lot of trouble right now. Trying to get out. Will go down. No buyback on Weehaw. Gem's gonna go down as well. Meanwhile, on the backside, they do get the snowball from the Tuskar, but Massacre gonna go down here as well. And that's almost certainly game. Ember Spirit going for these plays, but really he should have just let it go or tried to use Sleight of Fist, something. Cancel will buy back, and maybe they're unsure if Weehaw's got a buyback or not, but if they're keeping an eye on the itemizations, they should know that, you know, he just bought that Daedalus and probably doesn't have the gold to do so. Cancel does manage to get the cheese at the very least. Smoke up. Not going to really hit on anybody important whatsoever. As illusions from Cancel trying to buy some time. The Slark just sitting pretty up top. Does have the Aegis. The Sheep on a Cancel. That's it. That's all. Melt Check's going to be enough. ALT going to go down. I love OK awkwardly running out of the bushes, and that's game. Just look at the damage from yoky. The Blade Mail almost killing him, surprisingly enough. BKB going to be used to prevent the AAL from potentially killing him. As they will manage to get the racks. Urn going to be used here as well. And I imagine the GG's to follow quite soon. This game, you know, it looked like it was in the dire favor for a long time. And it truly was. It truly was. But the Radiant certainly had the potential there. Slark still with the Aegis. Just going to jump out. Regen up a little bit, try to let his team deal some damage. There's the Sentry, the Sheep, and now who's going to go down? It looks like the Tuskar's dead. Weeha's going to jump in. Focus fires on the wrong target. Does manage to shade a 2-hero Shackle. Will grab both the Slark as well as the Darks here, but there it is. Enough damage to get the kill. Slark with an MKB of his own, and there we go. Will lose the Aegis, but not before getting a double kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And there it is. Good game. Both teams. So I think this is the second match from Weehaw that I casted, or that Weehaw played in, that I casted, and he lost the other one, I think, as well, unfortunately. But it was a good game, incredibly fun to cast and watch early on, just back and forth, so much back and forth. But looks like a good game, well played to both teams. Just gonna wait for the Ancient to go down here. As take a look at the scoreboard, we can kind of see where everybody's at. Weehaw 14-5, unfortunately. So is yoky 14-5, and we saw yoky was actually 8-5. When Weehaw was 10-2, so that really tells you the tale Johnny Krypton doing a great job here. 10, 8, and 23. Nice assist from him. Zayak as well. Had a few crushes. 15. Not to be, not mentioned.
Radiant's middle tower is
10, 4, and 14. Doing a pretty good job there, but it was very difficult. Pudge really slowed down. He had some great early game pressure and stuff, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to really propel his team into a victory. And does have the Ghost Scepter on the Blade Mail, but doesn't really even matter right now. There's the charge in on I Love OK. Cancel, trying to prevent this. Maybe thinking, hey, if I can get a Rapier, we can still win this one. Navi did it. Why can't we? But that's going to be good game, well played. There's the Aegis going down. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do check out some of my other stuff. I do cast quite a bit, trying to get right back into it yet again. And thanks for watching, guys. Good game, well played to Weehaw, Yoki, Massacre, and to Cancel as well. Take care, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series From Lane to Lane where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from Dodo Buff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.